Hello guys, today we have some Borderlands 3 hotfixes to go over on October 10th, 2019. Pretty excited. If you would like to read them yourself, there is a link in the description of this video. Let's get this started. This week's Borderlands 3 hotfixes, which will be live on all platforms by or before 3 p.m. today, address some player character passive abilities, gear balance, and some quality of life issues across the game. We're watching the character builds that players are creating and are looking through all the different gear available to make sure that there is something for everyone this week and in the upcoming weeks. There will be further adjustments to gear with the hopes of creating even more build types. Our goal is to adjust some of the less used legendary gear to bring them to the same level as some of the popular options. In addition, we are addressing reported bugs and are hard at work continuing to address other performance concerns. Thank you so much for your feedback and support. Please continue to submit any bugs you run into at support.2k.com. Vault Hunter adjustments. Amara, we addressed a concern that Alacrity, I don't know how to pronounce it. Alacrity was only rewarding players 1 point worth of bonuses, even if the player put more than 1 point in. In addition, we wanted phase grasp to be more accessible to all weapon types and play styles, so we doubled the range to grasp an enemy. That's pretty sick. Putting points into Alacrity now rewards a reload speed bonus per rank. Very nice. Phase grasp can now be used on further targets, and the cooldown is now instantly returned if a player misses. Very nice. That'll be cool. I'll have to test that out a little bit. Moes. The Bloodletter class mod was creating some overwhelming synergies for Moes, so we increased the delay and decreased the recharge rate of the shield to compensate. This should help encourage the intended use of this class mod, which is to heal shields manually, not automatically. Means of destruction's retrigger delay was adjusted again because the change limited other builds beyond creating infinite grenades. The infinite grenade bug will be addressed in the future patch, but we wanted to enable other builds that use means of destruction, so we dramatically reduced the retrigger delay to a reasonable number. Bloodletter class mod increased the recharge delay by 150%, so it's way slower delay now. Reduced the recharge rate by 50%, so it recharges even slower. Like they said, they want you to manually restore your shield with that class mod, so you're going to have to be using health pods and other means of healing your shield rather than relying on the delay and rate. Address the reported bug with close the distance, so the action skill augment will now deal the intended shock damage. Means of destruction now has a retrigger delay of 0.3 seconds. That should be okay. Alright, now on Flak. Flak never gets left alone. The Leave No Trace change last week to Flak was to forcefully inject the functionality of a cooldown into the ability. However, the value that was added was never the intended value. We dramatically lowered it to retain the promise of the ability, but with a cooldown that still allows players to gain ammo without dramatically removing a core aspect of a weapon's gameplay loop. Leave No Trace now has a retrigger delay of 0.3 seconds. Let me know what you guys think of that. Zane. Death Follows Close will correctly update several kill skills after unlocking this ability. Death Follow Close is the skill that makes it so he has a longer duration and more effect on his kill skills. So it should work better now, I guess. The Lob's projectile tick damage is now 60% of base damage, up from 20%, and projectile speed deaccelerates faster to increase chance of hitting the same target multiple times. Okay, I've never used that yet. Creeping Death damage increased by 200%. Creeping Death is a legendary shotgun. That was pretty underwhelming, and now it's increased. Let me know how you guys like that shotgun now. Carrier damage increased by 60%. Gunnerang damage increased by 20%. Those aren't nearly as major as Creeping Death. All sniper rifle zoom levels have been slightly reduced. Long scopes on Jacobs, Children of the Vault, and dull assault rifles have been slightly reduced. Anointed parts. When Zane swaps positions with his Digiclone, the damage gained is increased up to 130% from 75%. That's crazy. I'll have to try that out for sure. When Flak hits a target with Rax, the target now takes 100% increased damage, up from 50%. That's pretty crazy too. I can't wait till my Flak's done. The Anointed part, increased damage versus badasses, no longer heals the player and now correctly adds bonus damage to badass enemies. Okay. Pain, Terror, and Agonizer 9000 have been adjusted to have an increased chance to drop higher quality loot. That's great, because I don't hardly get anything. I killed them 23 times in a row and got practically nothing. Addressed a reported bug with Dynasty Diner that could potentially halt mission progress for some players. Addressed the reported concern that some players fell through the floors in various boss arenas. I've had that happen. Modified enemy spawn level discrepancies reported in the later parts of the campaign. Very nice. We noticed that some enemies were spawning at lower levels than expected in the later parts of the campaign. Players should no longer see enemies that are dramatically lower level than other nearby enemies in certain areas. Very nice. So like I said, if you guys want to read through this yourself, click on the link in the description. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section. And if you have not yet, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one.